There's always a shortage of cash and funds for the individual's needs. Hospitals, ambulance, fire service, doctors, dentists. The individual doesn't count, but never a shortage of cash for wars. 6,000 billion or 6 billion pounds, 6,000 million dollars. The American government put away and put aside for the war in Bosnia. There's plenty of money for that, but there's no money for the poor and hardship and things like that. You all know the individual cases which I mean. When are we people going to get up and decide we've had enough of this government and people trying to cheat us? 630 people in Parliament cheating us daily with our lives they're playing about. Never money for what we need, our needs. Pennies what we need, but millions and billions for stupid things. Domes, etc., etc. Let me show you another thing which is unimportant to them, where they need to have fundraisers and donations. Last week I received in the post leaflets from the NSPCC. Together we can stop cruelty to children once and for all. They're sending me a leaflet telling me to stop cruelty to children. All they need to do is go to the government, put out laws against it. And I was very amazed. What are they trying to do here? What are they trying to achieve? Look at the staggering figures. They're right. This week, at least one child will die following cruelty. Murder. 35,000 children are on the Child Protection Register because they are feared to be at risk from cruelty. Where's the government? Over 6,000 children are on register for sexual abuse, which is partly, I think, fantasy. Over 9,000 children are on register for physical abuse, another fantasy. Thousands more suffer in silence. I thought to myself, what about all the people suffering in silence? Who need to go to hospital? Old people suffering in silence, not having enough money for what they need. Who cares about them? The government cares? They're more interested in fighting a war. They'll spend billions on wars and other things, what they need. Millions on the restoration of houses. But when it comes to old people, there's no money. Child abuse, there's no money. Nothing is spent. Then I took out the third leaflet, and on there I understood everything. Let's take a look. My pledge in partnership with the NSPCC. What do they mean by partnership? When have they ever asked me anything to tell them what to do? When have they ever taken care of anything? If you phone them up, where are the carers? Yes, if you tell them there's child abuse where they can go to a court and make a big fuss and a bit stink, that's when they're there. But if you tell them about real hardship, children who haven't got what to eat, children who haven't got any shoes on their shoes and socks, children who haven't got enough clothes to wear, where are they? Parents who are suffering hardship because of the government's laws. And then I found what they want in the partnership. Partner in fundraising, partner in giving. That's what they need a partner for? Fundraising? Giving? Of course we are partners, and we in the government and what they do, that we don't want our children abused and badly treated and want them to grow up with having everything they need. But money there is for everything. When it comes to child abuse, they need my fundraising or my donation. What country are we living in? We're living in a third world country who doesn't care about their children. It's a pity that the government didn't wait for my sponsorship before they went to war, or go to war, with the Falklands and everything else. If they had to wait for my sponsorship, they'd never go to war.
But I won't say anything. If they wait for any money for you for anything, they will wait forever.
No, but it is very hard to understand how the NSPCC, the National Society of Prevention and Cruelty to Children, has to go fundraising if they think that this is truthfully what's happening, that so many children are being abused and everything else, and thousands more suffer in silence and all that. I mean, the old age people also suffer in silence. The government should be supporting this. That's what the government is for, to support the people here in the country, make sure that they've got what they need. That's what we vote in the government for. We don't vote in the government that 630 MPs should go to Parliament and drive in cars and all this business. That's not what we support. We support the government to care for our needs. And if they don't care for the children, they have to go and use, they need sponsors and donations for for prevention of cruelty to children. That's something.
Well, governments will do anything to get something for nothing. That's how those organizations work for a start.
Why don't they do that when they go to war? If they would wait for people to going to war to have enough money. No, they don't. They don't wait. They go to war and spend millions.
And afterwards, they jolly well ask for money as well.
It's like I said. You see anything you don't see on every plane going into the war. Virgin Atlantic, British Airways. You don't see sponsored by British Airways every jet fighter which goes in, do you? They go into war. The government sponsors them.
I don't know. I've never seen.
Do you know what these planes cost? Do you know what some of these planes cost?
Planes,
do you know
what
helicopters and planes? You know what they cost? A fortune.
But you're sponsoring it, so it's all right.
No, I'm not sponsoring it. No, it's not a joke. This is quite a serious situation. How comes people can be so silly that our needs are not taken care of the government, and needs in Bosnia, oh, we feel sorry about the Bosnia. Do you think there aren't people here who live with such hardship as people in Bosnia? Of course people in Bosnia maybe live now. We see the bombing, they live hardship.
Yeah, but that's what they do for the impression to the world.
So is that what life's all about?
Who cares about the English people if they live in difficulty? It doesn't touch the headlines of the world papers, does it?
So everything is only headlines?
Oh, yes.
So you're also disappointed with the world and the government?
But what does it help what Little Tikva says about it?
Why? What do you mean by Little Tikva?
Nobody's going to listen to me. You think people are going to listen to you. You are going to change the world.
I'm not going to change the world. Maybe I'm going to make them aware.
I already long realized that nobody's going to listen to me.
So what do we do?
I can say my opinion, but nobody's going to listen to me.
So what do we do? Just sit down and let them do whatever they like?
Yeah, but you think your talking is going to make an impression.
But
there might be people that agree with you. All right, I agree with you. Turn on the other side of the pillow and carry on sleeping.
But what about you? You're talking a defeatist attitude.
So what, you live in fantasy world.
I'm living in fantasy world.
Yes, because you still believe that voicing your opinion is going to change things. And I don't believe that.
So you don't voice your opinion at all?
Oh, I don't think anybody's going to listen to me anyhow.
Where are we going to draw the line? When are people going to care? When do you think people are going to care? Never? We're going to go up all our lives not care? Do you think people don't care more today than 50 years ago when the World War, when Hitler came about? Don't you think believe that people care more today about